Got a letter from the government the other day. Opened it and read it. It said they were suckers. They wanted me for the army or whatever. Picture me giving a damn. I said never. Here is a land that never gave a damn about a brother like myself. Cause I never did. I wasn't with it, but just that very minute it occurred to me that suckers had authority. Cold sweating as I dwell in my cell. How long has it been? They got me sitting.
Hey, this is Teresa Giacino, and welcome to the House of L. The past 3 episodes of Supergirl, Bizarro, For the Girl Who Has Everything, and Truth, Justice, and the American Way, could easily be described as the Justice Trilogy for their handling of the issues surrounding how governments or individuals should penalize wrongdoers. In Bizarro, Maxwell Lord has kidnapped a comatose Jane Doe and injected her with Supergirl DNA to create his own Supergirl in order to take down Kara. To Maxwell Lord, this flagrant disregard for human life and dignity was justified because he was doing it for the greater good. The greater good, of course, requiring the toppling of Supergirl. And if a young woman was sacrificed in the process, so be it. However, when he's kept prisoner by the DEO, suddenly it's a huge problem. I guess the lives of rich white men matter more than those of comatose white women?
You start to make yourself much more useful and fast!
Stand down!
In the next episode, For the Girl Who Has Everything, the DEO needs Lord's help in saving Supergirl from the Black Mercy, which he provides. Now, in many instances, deals are made for a prisoner's help, and those deals tend to include more than Netflix. However, despite Lord helping to save Supergirl, he remains imprisoned by this, quote, extra-legal organization. Suddenly, they have less of the moral high ground. In this week's Truth, Justice, and the American Way, the theme of justice took center stage, as the plot centered around both Supergirl's irrational determination to keep Maxwell Lord imprisoned, without formal charges or legal recourse, and the introduction of Master Jailer, who believes that, quote, justice must be absolute, end quote. It's when Kara meets a Fort Ross prisoner who was sentenced to 18 years by her own mother for a nonviolent crime that was his first offense, coupled with a conversation with James in which he challenges her stance on Lord, that Kara realizes that justice and mercy must go hand in hand, and nothing is absolute. James reminds Kara that the symbol on her chest means something to a lot of people, and that, quote, if you have powers greater than any human army, you have to be better than this. Justice is nothing without the ideals that justice exists to protect. Justice needs to be balanced with mercy. Otherwise, what's the point? I'm thrilled that these episodes examined the discrepancy between the idea of the American way and what the American way sadly has too often come to mean in practice. In Supergirl, we see that it's possible for someone with great power to learn to wield that power more wisely. Perhaps there's hope for us yet. Well, that's it for February's House of L. I'd love to hear what you think about these juicy themes and ideas in the comments below. For more Supergirl fun, you can check out my recaps here at The Mary Sue every Tuesday. And this week, you can listen to my very last episode as a co-host of Supergirl Radio. However, I'd highly recommend continuing to listen, as The Mary Sue's own Carly Lane and TMS contributor Morgan Glennon will be replacing me as hosts along with Rebecca Johnson, guaranteeing plenty of Supergirl expertise. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time at the House of L.